All right, guys, we're back. We had some technical difficulties. So if you're just now watching this part of the video, go back and watch Summertime. This is Summertime 2. So picking up where we left off. So we were talking about blueberries, but now we're going to go move on to summer on a budget. So I feel like so much food is consumed during the summer. Like the extra treats, whether it be
Hmm.
popsicles or watermelon, fruit snacks, like there's just extra stuff that is, or even barbecue, like there's just extra stuff,
Yeah,
and it gets crazy.
it does. It gets pricey, or you find yourself every weekend having like s'mores or, like whatever it is. And those little things just start to add up
Yeah, and the price of groceries is going up every
quickly.
day. Tick tick
Yes.
tick tick tick. So, what are some things you're going to do to help with your family on a summer budget?
Yeah, so one of the things that we've been doing is like we used to have a treat every day. Like every day we would have a little treat or a dessert or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've done is cut back on that,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of reserve that for more special times. Plus, honestly, it's like we didn't really need to have a treat every day.
Mm-hmm.
So working on that. Another thing that we're doing is trying to implement more. Um, I don't want to say starches because I feel like that sounds
Sounds heavy.
it sounds heavy. Sounds like your blood sugar is going to be affected. But doing more like beans and um, just like those, yeah, like starchier foods that fill you up. Lots of
Yeah.
potatoes. Like we did like carrots and potatoes the other night with
Yes.
our meat, but really the bulk of our meal was more of like the carrots and potatoes because that is going to fill you up.
And it's so inexpensive. Like I've been getting those 5 pound bags of carrots. I'm like, you can use those for carrot sticks. You know,
Hmm.
we peel them and cut them, or we put them in our green beans last night. Like you said,
Yeah.
with potatoes. And sometimes we do like green beans, potatoes, and carrots all in
Yeah.
one pot.
Yeah.
And you're like, that is hearty.
It is hearty and it tastes good and it's
Yes,
easy like leftovers.
absolutely. I love green beans the next day. Something. Well, here's the deal. Once upon a time, I thought I would make popsicles, right? And so once again, got on
Mhm.
Pinterest, got the little popsicle molds, and so they had these watermelon blueberry popsicles, which in theory
Mm.
sounded exciting.
It
Oh,
doesn't sound good.
when I tell you these things are so nasty, and I haven't made popsicles since. That's probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I
no, that sounds like an awful combination.
Oh, it was the nasty. I was like, so nasty. Little pieces of blueberry skin and water. It was just,
Mm.
it looked horrible. But I still have the popsicle molds. They actually just stay in the freezer, empty.
I thought you were gonna say stay in the cabinet or like that they stay in the kitchen, like you don't bother putting them like in the basement or something.
They've been in the
Wow,
freezer for years.
that's interesting. So I would assume that they're probably cracked at this point. Broken. You know.
I'll check it out. I'll let you know how they look.
Wow.
They're star shaped, kind of like a bomb pop. I mean, that's what they were a couple years ago. Don't know what they are now.
Not anymore. Not anymore. That is awesome.
Well, real life.
It is.
So
It is.
maybe we'll buy more popsicle molds and make popsicles because I'm like, I can remember making them with like
Hmm.
strawberries and yogurt, and those were good, like kind of like creamsicle.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and I can remember just making them with just juice.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, just pour
Yeah.
the juice.
You just pour the juice. I actually don't remember the strawberry and yogurt ones, but I do remember mom just saying, you can pour this juice in those molds, and that'll make you a popsicle.
That's so
That's what
smart.
and
That's so
it's so
smart.
funny because the other night my husband and I were talking about like, remember making popsicles out of juice as kids, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like just put it in a container and you got a popsicle."
So I was making it too
Because
hard. I was making it too hard. That's what you're telling me. Okay.
it's summer on a budget, guys. Summer on a
Okay.
budget. Get you some concentrated juice.
Wow. Did they still sell concentrated juice?
Yes. Come on. Yes, it's still sold. The Concord grade, they got it all.
I did not even know that. My kids would be blown. I'm going to buy that. They would not even know what was happening. Juice in a can.
Yeah. Yeah. Frozen.
That's good.
Because
Summer on the
Dad
budget.
used to buy that juice. Remember, he buy the can.
Yeah, no, that's a good. I'm
Um,
putting that down. That is a good summer on a budget.
like I said, we have been getting very resourceful around
Like that.
here
Mm-hmm.
because you can't let your whole budget be eaten up by groceries.
No, you cannot.
It cannot happen. And that's one of the things. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but it's like one of the things on my list to do.
Yes.
Because popsicles are expensive, and it's more fun if you make them anyway.
That's true. That's true. I think another thing that eats up the summer budget is like doing things, you know.
Mhm.
So if you have friends who's like their kids are out of school, then it's like, okay, let's meet up and do this, let's meet up and do that. Going to the park, which is so much fun, but then it's like I'm packing a lunch, which I wouldn't normally buy, like Lunchable type stuff, you know what I mean? Like, because usually we would just eat leftovers. But I like what you did last week. You brought your leftovers to the park.
I did.
So I was like, I need to get our thermoses because, well, I had thermoses, but then, you know, I just, you know, in all honesty, I am very bad at finishing a task. So there was some food left in some thermoses. It was there for I don't know how many months, and I just threw the thermoses in the trash.
I do the same thing. I left some food in the cooler for 2 weeks. We went on a picnic. And I just thought that I had emptied the cooler.
Yeah.
I really did. Well, I've been sitting in the garage for 2 weeks. And they were like those silicone pop-up containers that we had gotten from Aldi.
Oh, yeah.
They're just trash.
You're like, the pressure is rising and building inside this container. It's going to explode.
Yeah. I do not clean out it could be a Pyrex dish, glass.
Just let it go.
It's all
going
in the trash. It's just not worth it for me.
So buying thermoses so we can just bring our heat up lunch, which, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, now that my 7-year-old's old enough to like think things are cool or not cool. Hi, Rainbow Kids. How's it going, girl? Now that he's old enough to kind of like know things are cool or not cool, you know, if I show up, not that I don't care, but if we show up with like the thermos of like hot chicken noodle soup the night before and his friends have like Lunchables, he is like, you've got to be kidding me. If like, I'm not kidding you. This is what
You know what? That's the beauty of being homeschooled though. Is you just show up how life is, and everyone's like, y'all,
at least you got something to eat.
To the park with a Pyrex dish, and it's, you know,
family size. She had the family size. And so she brought out bowls.
Okay, but wait, it was the 8x8. It wasn't a 9x13.
It was not a single portion. It was for a family. She fed 3 people from that container. That is a family size container of spaghetti. She brought, it was like a potluck, but it wasn't a potluck. It was just a picnic at the park.
It was either I brought that or we weren't going to make it to the park.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not mad at you. It just was funny to see it come out of that cooler, just like lift it. Like, what else you got in that cooler?
Oh gosh.
So, but we've done like chicken nuggets in the thermos, and they really like that. So, okay, I'm gonna put that. We need to buy some more thermoses for their lunches. So, summer on a budget.
This summer on a budget is actually costing more money because we're talking about throwing away Pyrex dishes and all kinds of stuff.
Buying thermoses.
but those are things that last
That's
through
true.
seasons.
As
For the
long as you
food,
wash them when you're done. Don't leave it in your garage like
yeah,
us. Like wash it when you're finished
don't,
with it.
yeah.
So what about when people want to go on and do field trips? Like, let's go to the zoo. Let's go this, go that. You say yes. I mean, what are your thoughts?
You know what? We because my kids are young, we don't really have a lot of friends that are in school and then they're
Hmm.
like out of school for the summer.
Okay.
We just have one friend who is in school and out of school for the summer. So it kind of works out because it's a very
Yeah.
special, like if we get together, then we are like I've budgeted ahead of
Okay.
time
Yeah.
because I know like this is the one friend that my son has that he is gonna want to do stuff like whatever activity we do, I know we're gonna go out to lunch or
Yeah.
whatever, so I can plan ahead. But if you're someone who maybe you homeschool, but the majority of your friends, their kids are in traditional school
Hmm.
or like your neighborhood, like most of the kids in your neighborhood
Right.
are in school, then you might either want to set some firm boundaries with your kids ahead of time. Just talk to them like, hey, we can't go to the amusement park every weekend
Right.
or whatever it is, but these are some special times that we can go and that sort
Yeah.
of thing. And I do, talk to my son in the car about, in the parking lot of whatever activity of like, we're not going to be buying extra stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
souvenirs, that sort of thing. Usually I'll let him get like a snack or something, but
Right.
that's about
That's real life. Well, and so I had the kids make a list of like a bucket list of things they want to do this summer. I told them they could put anything on the list. It doesn't mean we're going to do it, but I want them to like get out any thought that they had. So some of them like want to, let's see, go to the outdoor pool. So I'm like, we can do that. Make a summertime card game, eat French toast, making watermelons.
it.
Um, do a splash pad in the backyard, go to St. Augustine. So I said, anything could be on the list. Then we talked about what could actually happen. And when we do something, they feel very special. Like, we
Yeah.
did your thing. So we've had French toast. And then we have been to an outdoor pool. Albeit it was freezing cold and they did not enjoy themselves at all. But we
But it was
did it.
on the list.
It was on the list, so we did it. So I think that's kind of help us to like check off things on the list, and it just helps me to have a visual. Like if there is something that maybe we can do,
Hmm.
but I know, okay, let's save up money so we can do this special thing that they, have
Yeah,
voice that they wanted to do earlier in the summer, and we can get to it, even if it's August and we get to it. We
definitely.
can
Yeah.
try to get to that special thing, and not just. I'm not good with like, okay, let's go do this today, and I'm like, if I don't have the food, like to pack the picnic, and so
Hmm.
I really like to know ahead of time, like what on Sunday, what's going to happen during the week, so
Yeah.
that I don't have to run to the store because that just adds, you make those extra purchases and that just takes that bill right
Right.
on up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we just try to do things where we have a membership. Like we ask
Hmm.
friends, oh, do you have a membership to this? And if they do, we try to do the thing where we already have a membership to it.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So summertime on a budget. And, we talked about maybe you really won't be on a budget, but it's all right.
But the goal is there.
The goal is there. We have some tricks and tips. But your air conditioning bill goes up, the water
The
bill goes
water
up,
bill goes
water
up.
in that garden. I have been trying to, well, I had one bucket I was using to catch water, but then I found
Yeah.
it was completely cracked on the side. So,
Foolproof your plans, people. Foolproof your plans.
then the other bucket I was carrying last night, and the handle just snapped. I was like, well, I guess I have to buy 2 new buckets. That's not helping with the budget.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not. I haven't even thought about
Yeah.
just putting buckets out for rainwater, so that's smart.
I've been doing that, and then the water when I turn it on, it like leaks. Like
Yes.
so. I've been putting a bucket underneath that to catch that water,
Hmm.
and then use that to water the garden too. But and then my mother-in-law always, if she has water bottles around the house, at the end of the day, she always uses that to water the plants.
That's smart.
So I'm like, that it saves you a little bit.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
not be a whole lot, but it makes you feel like you're doing something for
It does.
So okay, so just moving into low cost activities. I know you had some good ones. I looked up some, or I am currently looking up some as we have this conversation.
So, if you are in the Kansas City area, and even if you're not, just look this up in your town. Um, this summer out at Longview Lake, they're going to be doing like a summer movie series, where it's $10 per car. You can go in and you get to watch a movie on the beach, and they're going to do like kids movies, Soul and Encanto. But the one we are excited about, because those other two movies are not appealing to my family. But on August 5th, they're going to be playing Sing 2, which we still haven't seen yet, and we love Sing One. So we are planning to do that, even though it's going to be hot. But for $10 for the whole car, you really can't beat that. Obviously, you could take in your own popcorn, your own drinks, your own snacks, and how fun would that be? So that's kind of my number one thing, is looking for those like movies in the park, family movie night, outdoor events,
Mm-hmm.
or I know like down at the Nelson, they're going to be doing summer movies. And then they also have like the mini golf out on the green at the Nelson.
Oh, I've never
So
done that. Okay, that's
either
cool.
have we. And so it's like just those little things. They're less than $10 a
Right.
person activities where you can have a lot of fun, but it's something different. It kind of feels special.
Yes, I know. I'm sure they do this in most major cities. If Kansas City's doing it, then I'm sure other cities are too. They do low cost movies at the movie theater. So remember,
Yeah.
like you used to go to like the Dollar Theater. It's the same type of feel. So they show older movies. None of it's going to be anything that just came out. But it would be like $1.50 or $2, and their matinee
Mhm.
times like 9, 10, and 11 a.m. or something like that.
Mhm.
So we did that before. We probably won't do that this year just because of the toddler. It's not going to work out. He's not going to
Yeah.
sit there. But in the past, the kids have really liked just going to a
Mhm.
movie at like 11 o'clock in the morning, getting their popcorn, chilling out, and then it's like a $6, like activity. So we've done that. The I think most libraries have like the reading program that you could like earn a free book. So the
Mhm.
kids did that last summer. Even the babies could earn a book, so that was fun. So we went like
Yeah.
one book a month. They could earn it, the little board books or whatever. So that was free.
Yeah, and I've
Um,
never actually done that. So that's a good idea.
yeah, that one works out good. And since we happen to live in an area where we can be part of two different library systems, you can cash in whatever you read. You count in for both. You earn in books for everybody.
Look at you, resourceful. So
Hustling the library.
if you live, I don't know how common that is to have more
Yeah,
than one library system, but we have two, and really you could have three memberships.
that's true.
Because you could have a Johnson County one as
Well,
well. So you could be
yeah,
earning
so
free
that's a
books
good
all
one
around.
because I'm like, we're going to be reading anyway.
Right.
So you might as well be cashing in on that reading, getting those books,
Yep.
stickers, whatever your city does. Some other free things. I know the library is doing activities in the park like once a week or every day during the week. They move to a different park around the city, so you could just
Hmm.
go to that. And I think they're giving away food too, like lunch. So it can work out. I think that it just takes planning to decide what's worth driving to, what's worth your kids. Are my kids really going to be into it or not? Because there's no point in driving to do something just because it's free, and then your kids are not going to like it anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what's something that is worth doing? And if you're a family who likes movies, go to the movies. If you like to be outside, find outside activities. If you're into reading, do whatever is natural for your family. I feel like that's what makes
Right.
sense.
And I think when it's free, it's just a low risk to just try it. So in our
Mm-hmm.
area, we have the Agricultural Hall of Fame, and they have free events for kids every month. But during the
Yeah.
summer, they're going to be doing more frequent activities. So look outside of the box, and you might find more activities in your area than you
Mm-hmm.
even knew existed.
And if your city has like a parent magazine or a parent website, like I know we have the KC Parent, I don't know if it's called guide or magazine, whatever. I send it for their emails, and then it basically tells you what's happening every week
Hmm.
throughout the city. And that's great for finding free activities or low cost activities. Or if you have the money to send your kid, to camps, definitely look at those
Yeah,
guides because they have like all of the camps that are happening, the dates, the ages, the different activities that they'll have. So
definitely.
okay, well, I mean, I feel like we covered it all. You have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, so this is a new segment we're going to add to the show. We're going to talk about refresh, like when you press the refresh button. So, as we move forward, what's something that you're going to refresh?
So I am refreshing my routine, my daily routine. I have fallen into a pattern of going to sleep really late for me, which is like
Mm-hmm,
11:30 midnight,
mm-hmm,
and waking up around 6:30, which for me that's not enough sleep.
mm-hmm.
So I'm saying no to the late
I know
nights.
that's right.
And really, I've been up either working or watching TV.
What you been watching?
Oh, I've been watching all kinds of stuff. I watched The Long Song on PBS, which
Mm-hmm.
is a three-part miniseries. I told you to watch it. It's
Yes,
really
I'm going
good.
to. I'm going to.
It's about the emancipation of the slaves in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Call the Midwife. I'm catching
Mm,
up on season 11,
so
and I'm
good.
kind of feeling pressured because I know some of those episodes won't be on the PBS app much longer. And
Mm-hmm.
so but
You got to hustle it
I
in.
can watch them, I believe, on my library app. So I need to
Oh,
check because I think you can watch them on Hoopla.
oh, okay. That's
Um,
another free resource this summer, people. You could be
yes.
watching those movies
Oh, we
on
can watch
your
Hallmark movies on Hoopla. I have watched all kinds of movies on Hoopla.
on your laptop on
I
your
just
phone.
watch it on my phone.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I watched this really good movie about these ladies in prison and somewhere in California, but
Mm.
they could get on a certain squad that actually trained them to be firefighters. It's based on a true story. Like this is real
Wow,
life.
wow,
I
that's
watched
amazing.
that like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I just split it up over 2 nights. I watched
Okay.
a Cedric the Entertainer movie with like Gabrielle Union. I just y'all, I like to watch TV. I like to watch
Library,
movies. I like to watch movies.
library. Okay.
And it's been wrecking my sleep though, which
So
is
you're
wrecking my
refreshing.
mood. Yes, I'm
So you're saying no
refreshing.
more.
No more. I'm like even tonight when we're done, I'm going to sleep.
I'm doing the same. That's me. Oh, it's already 10:08. That's me
Yeah.
refreshing, working out. So yeah, I am about to sign off because I got to get up in the morning and go work out
Yeah.
because the clothes are not fitting. They're not fitting my body. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know I purchased them, but I know they're not fitting. So that's how I'm refreshing. Well, as we
Yes,
wrap
that's
up, I'd
good.
like to thank our fake sponsor, or maybe it's fictitious. That sounds better. Our fictitious sponsor for the evening, Summertime. Thank you, Summertime, for the warm days, for the lazy evenings, the sweet lemonade, catching fireflies. We'd like to thank you for showing up every year and delivering. Thank you,
Yes.
Summertime.
And I'm gonna need you to show up soon because I hear the rain hitting my window behind me
Pitter
and the
patter, pitter patter,
thunder rolling above my head. So,
lightning
Summer,
flashing.
where you at, girl? Where you
Where
at?
you at? All right. Signing off. Talk
All
to you
right.
later.
Bye.
Bye.